Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance this week is the Final Fantasy VII Raid and the event to get and max out Sonin. So if you haven't gotten those done, you have till maintenance. We're getting 2 Neo Visions and an NVA this week, so usual login for those, usual banner and shop there. There are some ability updates, so Faris is getting her updates finally. Essentially, she's getting her Master Crowns for her fields that she gets from evoking Espers, maxed out 40%. And she does Water, Earth, and Lightning. And she's also going to get auto LB fills, extra magic, and her limit burst in the base and shift are going to go up just a tiny bit. It's not much of a boost on the LB from what I could see. But the nice thing is we're getting an event and unit Master Crowns for her, so we'll be able to upgrade for free. So 2 units, 2 new vision cards, nothing limited. No premiums, so normal cards. So first up is the card for Bartz. So really just a normal series card for him. 130 attack, 50% attack, 25 LB damage, and Final Fantasy V get 500 flat attack from it. And then we have Krile. So for hers, 800 health, 80 defense and spirit, 10% mana per turn, reduce mana consumed by 10%, and Final Fantasy V only units get 20% fire, water, wind, and earth resist. Nothing too special on the cards, really. For events, we're getting not exactly a King Mog, as we got one running right now, but a chest summon. So similar type event, just we summon everything from the chest. Couple of things gonna get upgrades. So the Flame Tongue, 175 attack, Plant Killer, and 3 mana per turn. So that's at the boosted version. And the Spear Partisan goes up to 180 attack. It has high jump, which is just 100% jump on it. Okay items there overall. Usual bonuses for the series and everything there. And then we get a daily event. So that should be fairly easy to clear every day. Get some event points and extra things. And then we get the special event for Faris. So the bond event here is where we'll get her unit Master Crown. So same thing that we just dealt with Sephiroth, essentially. Clear it, get the crowns for free, claim them, and then upgrade. And just make sure that you claim them before doing the upgrades, so you actually use the free crowns and not the gold any crowns. And then we have Explorer event. We'll be able to get the Twin Lance and the Ice Brand from treasure chest in there. So that shouldn't be too hard overall either. And then our banner. So Bartz and Krile, the new Neo Vision base, and then Exdeath is getting his NVA. As far as banners, they're doing the Armory Summon. Didn't see anything new listed, it looks like, in the ticket shop that you get for that. And I didn't see any global boost listed either in the news. So everything should be just the way it is on JP, I'm assuming. So Bartz, True Brave Shift. Both forms are attackers, essentially. So his Super Trust is a hat, 80 attack, 21 defense, 30 spirit. Just him will get the 1500 flat attack from it, and everybody else can get Human and Plant Killer 50%. Regular Trust is clothing, 65 attack, 15 defense, 22 spirit, 2 limit crystals per turn, and 50% Plant Killer. And then we have Krile. So her base is Healer Buffer, and her shift is Attacker form. Again, True Brave Shift for her. So her super is Clothing, 80 attack, 43 defense, 16 spirit. She'll get 2000 attack from this. And then anybody should be able to get the 50% Human and Plant Killer. And then her regular trust is a Robe, 14 defense, 40 magic, 65 spirit. And just reduce mana consumed by 10% and 2 limit per turn. And she does get our first wind power up. So single unit, 3 turns to hit 100% boost. This is the same thing that we have with like the water and everything. So this is our first version of the 100% wind boost. And then Exdeath, no upgrades on his stuff. He's just getting his Neo Vision stuff. So we can take a look at the information on the JP side. So for Exdeath himself, he does get a Magnus to just fill his limit. As far as NV stuff he gets added, he gets passives and some killers. So decent amount of killers there. He gets some chain cap, which is nice. Double hand magic and everything there. Static magic is going to help him out quite a bit. And then he is a super limit burst unit. He also gets Quake. The only new spell he does get. He does have boosted Meteor though. So base limit burst, just 80 spirit break, 150 magic hit, and restore 500 mana. And then the super version, 25 sword in peril, 130 earth in peril, and 240x earth magic modifier, and will chain with triple bolting. So the one thing they really left out was having something that will boost his earth damage. And it does look like some of his skills get boosted to be like relevant damage wise. So okay unit, probably mostly going to be used for Meteor, depending on how easy he is to gear versus like Golbez and whatnot, which I haven't actually looked into. He does have a decent amount of killers though. Up next, we can take a look at Bartz. So he does get 150 wind boost. He does get the 45 wind boost for the whole party. Can't imbue the party with wind now. 150 bolting is nothing really that we're going to be using for damage. Even the 250 really isn't what we're going to be using for damage. 130 in peril for fire, lightning, wind, and light is not too bad though. Magnus to fill and give him 30% wind boost. Base limit 24 hits, 35 sword down, 130 wind, 80 defense break, and a 250 wind locked move. And then for his shift seems to be more of a little bit of a setup. So he does have light, fire, and lightning imbues. Also increase the damage 30% for the elements. And it looks like they all should add into his mirror chain here. So 300 modifier to each. Now the nice thing about these, they remove all the other elements. So you should be able to stack that modifier from all three and just end with the element that you want. So in the shift form, he should be able to do a decent amount of chaining with that mirror move. And then his limit will add a little bit more, another 300 modifier there, and he'll get a 110 modifier for his base LB too from his shifted limit. So with a little setup, he should be able to deal a decent amount of damage there, fully maxing out that mirror move. But other than that, he doesn't have too much in his kit overall. It looks like he's set up so you can build him as both double hands and dual wield. Or at least the shift looks like dual wield focus. I think the base had double hand. Yeah, so he's got some double hand stuff in the base, dual wield in the shift, and his base is set up to be built either dual wield or double hand. And it is the same mirror move in both forms, so I guess you could just boost it in the shift and then use double hand base to deal damage. Okay unit, nothing that jumps out overall. And then we have Krile. So she does get the single target wind boost, 3 turns to get 100 boost there. 160 plant killer at EX3. 80x modifier, it's not going to deal that much there. 250 machine killer and plant killer. Unfortunately, they're cooldowns, so won't be able to multicast on multiple people. Heal and mana back and LB, that's not too bad overall for a healer move there. She does have standard weight mage stuff, some cure statuses, re-raise, res, protect shell, and she can imbue both earth and wind. And then the base, 150 machine plant killer, 350 attack and magic, 250 limit damage. So kind of a standard LB we've seen on the healers that have coming out lately. And then her shift changes into attacker. So she does have a Magnus, which will just berserk her for the rest of the fight and give her a 600x modifier to her auto attack. And then her auto attack is just 100x modifier, but just 2 hits. Does fill her LB by 6. So probably not using that too much overall. Cooldown with the earth, 30 boost there. Her limit is locked to earth, and she does get a 100x modifier for her LB on the cooldown. You can use that every 3 turns. Modifiers on the chain stuff, just 150 and 250 isn't nothing really. Decent amount of killers is nice, and she is set up to be double hand with the chain cap there and everything. And then her shifted limit, so 35 axe and peril, 300 attack, 300 limit damage, and a 250 modifier, 24 hits. And with her cooldown, go up to 350. So overall, she's okay, but compared to what we currently have, neither unit really seems to stand out all that much. So if you like the units, they are usable. You can pull for them. I think this week I'm just not going to be pulling myself. I'm not interested that much in the units. Wouldn't mind having them show up here and there just to have them, but nothing that I see a reason to chase. And that's pretty much all the news we have for the week, so we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.